RezStyle. I'm your host, Kimberlie Acosta, and my guest is Joanne Shenandoah. She's a Grammy winner and a Nammy winner, and we're here with her at Niagara Falls. She's going to be performing at the Native American Music Awards. Welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
I hear you've been traveling all over the world. You want to share with us where you've been and what you've been doing?
Well, since I've seen you last, I think Australia, Belgium, Germany, Italy, Switzerland, performing a lot. Also spending a lot of time around family, and that's been good too. So, you know, doing repairs on the house, you know, typical stuff. But I'm actually have been writing more music, and I'm going to be working on my new album soon.
And you just have an album that's up for the Grammys as well as Nammys. You want to tell us about that? Which album that is?
Yes, it's Bitter Tears, Sacred Ground with Michael Boucher, and it's up for 6 nominations tomorrow night, which is exciting. Certainly, you know, I know that awards really don't define a person. It's the music, and it's the message behind the music, and it's how we come about making music. Music that touches the soul. Music that heals people. You know, it's a beautiful thing to be a musician. I'm very blessed.
Do you want to share with us the message behind your album with Michael?
Yeah, sure. You know, many years ago, my husband, Doug George, and we were talking about how much the original album by Johnny Cash, Bitter Tears, we loved so, and our parents and their grandparents loved that. Came out in '64, and when I had a chance to meet with Johnny Cash, I was just like, wow, that's so cool. You know, he's a great artist and songwriter as well. So we thought, why not do a tribute to Peter Lafarge, songwriter, Johnny Cash, and our good old friend Floyd Westerman. And when I heard Michael sing at the Nammys a few years ago, I was floored, thinking, wow, we could do this. You know, this is perfect. And it kind of brought me out of a little bit of retirement. I was actually doing some music for film, also doing film. And I went to Iceland to film with Ron Perlman for a month, and I was doing a lot of other things other than just music. And I feel very blessed to have been so in a place where Michael was like, are you kidding? I'd love to do that. And he came out last Thanksgiving, and virtually Thanksgiving evening, our whole family sat around playing drums. And there are drums, you know, and everybody's singing, you know, everybody knows those songs, and we were very excited. So we spent 6 days in the studio recording this album with some of my songs, some of his songs, and of course, some of the songs on the Johnny Cash album. And it's really a tribute, I think, to the contribution of Native people in America. What we've contributed has been great. Not only our land, our life, our children, in every aspect of the word. And when people said, why did you sing Star Spangled Banner? And I was like, because, don't you remember Lori Paistewa? Don't you remember the people who have fought for our country? And this song to me is a real special song, because the way I've heard it in the past is, I don't think the way it's supposed to be sung. I think it's supposed to be sung as a tribute to those who have died. It's really a thought-provoking song, and I've heard people say they've never heard it sung better. And that really makes me feel good, because I was thinking about all of those we've lost in wars to keep our country free, quote-unquote, and including Ira Hayes. You know, and that song comes right after the Star Spangled Banner. So, I mean, you know, people are like, what the heck, you know. So I'm very thrilled to have done this album with Michael, and we've forged a good relationship, and nothing like music.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And so what is your new album going to be? Kind of new?
Well, it'll be thought-provoking music, of course, conscious, provoking music about the earth, each other, our right and responsibility on the earth. Probably nothing's changed about me in that respect. You know, I always have to get it out there. Just a week ago, I wrote a song called Your Legacy, which is being considered as a theme song for an environmental organization. And it's about, the question Wilma Mankiller asked me once. She says, Joanne, after your children and your children's children and their children have passed on, what would you want them to say about you? It's not going to be what you wore or the car you drove. It's going to be what you left behind, what kind of legacy legacy. And just the fact that we're sitting here and you're asking me these questions is something that's very profound, because these things will last forever, and this is what you are doing. You are also bringing to light the beauty within music, the heart, the soul, the spirit, the mind, how it all affects us. And without you, people would not hear this.
You're too kind.
No, I'm serious.
If you could leave a message with people, what would your message be about your music and about what you want to do for like future generations, for encouraging other Native musicians to get out and to perform and to believe in themselves?
Yeah, I would not only encourage musicians or people who want to become musicians or become famous or win awards or anything like that. I think each and every one of us have a responsibility here. We have a gift, or many gifts, that have been given to us by the Creator. And if we use those gifts in a good way, or if we encourage our young to just follow their heart and do what they love, the whole world is a better place. We're happier, we're enjoying what we love to do, and time passes by way too quickly to be unhappy. So everyone on this earth, irrespective of what age, religion, culture, they have a right and responsibility on the earth to utilize in the best possible way their Creator-given gifts. So I would say, go for it. Whatever it is you really totally enjoy, and whether it be music or film or, making people feel good about who they are is always a good thing,
Definitely, definitely. I really appreciate you coming and spending some time with me and sharing with your thoughts with everyone. And you have a website, JoanneShenandoah.com, is that correct?
JoanneShenandoah.com.
Okay, so go check that out so you can see where she's going to be performing. So you can go see her great, beautiful music. And I thank you for joining us. This is Indian Country TV. Thank you.
Thank you.